Without further ado, Coach, if you could provide an overview.
I am so proud of these guys and what they've accomplished, and the two gentlemen sitting up here with me tonight were a big reason why we're sitting up here right now. And where they came from at different moments in the season to get to where they did, it's all about their hard work and heart and not giving up and leadership and all the great things. And I'm really proud of our team, and I'm proud of Fairfield. They played their tails off. They did a great run to get here, gave us everything we could handle, and we were fortunate enough to win the game.
Thank you. Up here on the left.
Tim, you know how hard it is to do this once every year. There's been a hurdle that it almost could have not happened. To look back and think you've done this 3 times in a row, what are your thoughts?
It's funny. So when you're going through some of the difficult times, you wonder how your season's going to end up, and you wonder if those difficult times are going to lead to a special ending, or if they're going to have you fall apart. And when it leads to a special ending, for me, I know that my players now can take that in the rest of their life and realize we worked through some adversity and we found a way to succeed. And that's what it's about, off the court, more than even on the court. But they did it here, so it kind of is something they can always fall back on. And they're just a tough, gritty group. I mean, they just don't give up.
Vincent Simone, NYC Buckets. Zach, you began your career in the MAC, left, and now come back and win a MAC championship. What is that whole journey like for you right now?
Oh, man, honestly, it's crazy. I remember being a freshman going against AJ English, Sean Armand, everybody. So, I mean, to have this moment, this is the craziest moment I ever felt. So, it's amazing.
Oh, Coach, just a couple of weeks ago, we were talking after a game, a loss, and you're saying you still saw the potential in this team. What did happen in the last couple of weeks? I know you got Zach back, but over the last couple of weeks, you played so well in the tournament here.
I think they just all came together, and they all realized they were good enough to win, and I think the players started holding themselves responsible for how they practiced, for how they spent their time away from basketball, and more importantly, when they were on the court, responsibilities on the court, offensively, defensively, and it wasn't okay to make as many mental mistakes as we were making any longer, and guys held themselves to a higher standard. And we're just fortunate that because of that, we're fortunate enough to find a way to win. But again, we're down 10 yesterday or 14 yesterday, and we just talked about you've never given up. I think we had one game all year where we kind of threw it a real stinker out there. Other than that, we've competed in every game, and we haven't always played well, but we've competed. And that's all we ask for them is compete, 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 and they did it. And it's amazing to me.
Yes, sir.
This is both for Tim and the guys. Was there ever a point where you didn't think this was going to happen?
Let me tell you, like, I didn't know at one point when we were 1-4 to start the year if we were going to get 2 wins. And it wasn't because of talent. It was because of attention to detail and caring and passion and hard work and all the things you need to do to be successful. Okay, and as we won a couple, lost a couple, I just didn't think guys were buying into the work ethic that I think it takes to be champions. When they started buying in, right, and again, we were up and down, so it would have been easy to quit, right? And they never did, and they just came back every day. And it reminded me of a team I had a few years back that we lost a bunch of close games, but the guys came every day, did their job, worked hard, never came in like, oh, we're here again, but they were excited to be in the gym. And basketball's great. You got to love to play it. You got to love to work at it. It's fun. And they took that out of it. They came in with fun and passion, and they didn't quit on themselves, and that's what it's about.
Zach, anything to add?
Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, one thing Coach always told us is basketball is the purest thing we have. And if you work hard, we're going to get something out of it. And it's got the trophy, so I'm just excited.
How about you, Roland?
Like you said, like Coach said, we came in the gym every day with a mindset to get better. Like, and I feel like we compete every day. So these are my brothers. Like, we did it. This is my team. Love my team. I wouldn't trade them for anybody in the world. So
yeah, I think some of the same. I think it was tough at the beginning, but I mean, learning from Sed and Ricky, they just kind of tell you to stay the course. We're going to get here. We're going to have this moment, and it's all what we did from the summertime till now is all going to come true, and that's so I haven't.
For Zach and Roland also, when you were thinking about transferring, what you look at Iona, you see the titles they'd won going to the tournaments. How much did that play into deciding that this is where you wanted to be?
it played a big factor. The tradition, that was almost the main reason why I came here. Like, every year they got an opportunity to win the championship and go to the tournament. So who wouldn't want to be a part of that? That's my feeling.
I think going through my last recruiting process as a grad transfer, I think Coach was different from every other coach that I talked to. He kind of told me, listen, You're not coming in here shooting on shots. You're gonna come in here and get better. And a lot of other coaches want me to come in, be the main scorer and be the leader. But coach told me you're gonna come in here. You're gonna work hard, and that's what really attracted me to the school.
Thank you. Right.
Tim, only one All-MAC player on this team, and you mentioned this season that this was a group that was more reliant on the sum of its parts rather than the sum of the whole rather than the sum of its parts. Would you say this is the best team all around that you've coached?
I don't ever like to say best about any team because I cherish all the teams I've coached, and I cherish these guys. But, again, it's not about one player, and these guys made that statement to everybody. It's about a team, and a team has different guys step up in different ways. And that's what they were all about. And that's why they're so special. And I love these guys because they found a way. And they know that people doubted them. They know that people gave up on them. And that makes it even more special that they never gave up on themselves. And they didn't care about what people were saying on the outside. They cared about coming together and getting better and giving it their best shot, win, lose, or draw.
In the back?
Coach Azar from MV Magazine. I know you talked about how Lewis and Griffin, these guys just don't quit. But could you just go more in depth into the type of players that Lewis and Griffin is, especially with Lewis? Just seemed like you kept hitting clutch shots, and Griffin seems like you seem to go for the kill a lot. But
I'd
just
love
go
to.
more in depth.
Zach Lewis has got a scorer's mentality, and he's come in with one. And I think our biggest adjustment for Zach was good shot, bad shot, what it takes to win. I saw a passing ability in Zach that I didn't think he was using a lot in his career. And so we asked him to be a facilitator as well as a scorer. So we kind of changed his role a little bit. And so the adjustment wasn't easy for him, and I know that, but I really appreciate the fact that he worked that hard at it, and he started to enjoy getting assists. And I knew he could score if he took better percentage shots. He'd be a much better scorer as well. And it was great when he came back from being sick, and I think he came back healthy and a little rested, and just realized I'm going to do whatever it takes to win. And that's all he cared about. And all year long, and trust me, we didn't have all great moments. We butted heads a few times over some things, which is great, okay? But it was about all I want to do is win. That's all he kept saying. All I want to do is win. That's why I came here. All I want to do is win. How can you argue with a player like that? And you look at Roland. I think Roland has so much potential in his game. He played 2 half seasons, a half a year as a freshman and a half a year in JUCO. Right? So he hasn't even tapped into his potential yet. I think we believe in him more than he believes in himself at times. But boy, did he believe in himself tonight. And I can't wait to have him for a summer of development because I can only imagine where he can be a year from now when he continues to work on his guard skills and his shooting skills and plays with that type of confidence and leadership that we're expecting of him going forward. Tremendous young men, both of them. They do the right thing. Zach is in grad school, doesn't miss a class, gets A's all over the place. Roland is figuring it out. Let's say he's doing better than when he first got here, and he's holding himself to a better standard. And I'm going to use his line, I'm improving. Okay? So he's got a little bit more time in his life that he can say that, not a lot, because we kind of expect a lot of high standards here. And they're probably laughing at me for what I'm saying, but they've heard it before. But these 2 guys, man, like the rest of our team, I'm just so proud of all of them.
Yes, sir.
Just going to ask Roland, it looked like Fairfield decided they were going to test you on the free throw line, and you made 7 straight in the first half, 11 out of 11 on the game. What did it take just to keep your focus on your free throws?
I mean, when you work on them like consistently on a daily basis, like I struggled on them in the Manhattan game or the last couple games, but I just gotta stay focused on the line and just believe it's going in. I don't know, just believe it's going in. That's it.
Yes, sir.
Roland, it seemed like you guys kind of took advantage of mismatches that you had. They kind of have more traditional bigs. You seemed like you just put the ball on the floor and went around them. Can you just talk about that kind of mismatch you had, and it seemed like you got really aggressive with it?
Yeah, I mean, the whole year, the coaches and my teammates consistently telling me, like, stay aggressive, like, attack the basket and, like, make plays. So that's all I try to do, like, game in and game out, and that ain't changed today. So if I'll go to the basket or I'll find an open shooter or somebody open, honestly.
Gentlemen, thank you for being here. Congratulations.
Thanks,
Good luck
everybody.
in the NCAA tournament.
Thanks for everything.